So in today's video, I'll be going through the equipment that I use for YouTube, the programs that I use for editing, what music I use, and run through my file organization and show you guys what I do to make sure that when I do edit every single time that it's more efficient.
Whenever I'm with you, I am alright.
What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Jessie. If it's your first time here, as a small YouTuber, I wanted to run through my experience personally and what equipment I found that I needed, what equipment I didn't need as of yet, and just go through all the things that I'm currently using and my current setup. I use a Canon EOS M50. Before I actually purchased this camera, I did a lot of research because I'm not really a technical person, but I wanted to make sure that when I do buy a camera, it's going to be a camera that I will be using throughout YouTube, at least for a couple of years. I know a lot of YouTubers recommended the Canon G7X as a perfect vlogging camera. So what I needed was a camera where there was a flip screen and I could see myself on the other side of it. Canon G7X did that, but the flip screen was on the top and it didn't have a microphone mount. So it wasn't something that I was looking for personally, and I decided to go with my Canon EOS M50. So I'm going to use my phone because I don't have another camera, and I'm going to show you guys my current setup right now and why I chose to purchase this specific camera. Okay, so this is my camera. It's a EOS M50 and it came with a lens. This is the 15 to 45 millimeter lens that it came with. And what I like about it compared to the G7X is that it actually has a microphone mount at the top, so you can put a proper microphone on it, especially if you're going to go blogging or if you're filming for YouTube. It's so important that you have a good microphone to be able to support your audio. Another thing I realized is that with a lot of cameras, the flip screen, if they had one, came on the top. If I had a flip screen on the top, then I wouldn't actually be able to see myself on the flip screen once the microphone was up. So I quickly realized that I needed a flip screen on the side so that when I am filming and I needed to check the focus or I needed to check anything, I can actually see myself right there and not, be obstructed by the view of the microphone. And here is my actual setup. So I like to stand right next to the big window right here. It's from the floor to the ceiling, so I get plenty of light when it's sunny. Sometimes a ring light goes on, sometimes it doesn't. If it's too bright and I don't need it, then I don't leave it on. I just use it as a tripod. When I'm not using the large ring light tripod, I'd be using this Jesscbee Gorilla stand tripod, I think it's called. So basically this one is super flexible. You can bend the legs in any way you like and hook it onto different things as you need, and it's super versatile. And also there's a ball head here where you can rotate your camera to whichever direction you want. And sometimes I hook this on the top of my TV if I want a scene that's shooting down. Really good. Definitely recommend this tripod. Another thing I really like about this camera is that it's got autofocus, so if I wanted to show you a product, it will automatically focus on that product and the background will be blurry. This camera also has the ability to make your background blurry as well. So I don't have really anything in my background, so you can't really see, but if I have that setting on and if I'm far away from objects, you can actually see that my background is blurry and the only thing in focus is myself. I love this camera. I haven't had any issues with it, and with the lenses you can switch them to proper DSLR lens if you wanted to get rid of that, but I found that this lens has been perfect for me so far. I didn't really have to go and change anything, and because so much of the technical stuff is not really what I'm into, I found that this whole package was just so much easier and it was great to use because it had all the tools that I needed to create my video. In saying that, although the camera is definitely great, you don't need to buy a proper camera to start off. If you're just looking to start, just use your phone. So currently I'm using a Samsung S10 phone, and the most popular video on my YouTube channel is actually just filmed with a phone with no microphone. So if you're looking to start just start and you can slowly upgrade later on. Audio is so important when you're making videos. If you have a good quality video and your audio is really bad, it's really hard to listen to, and people will potentially actually click out of your video because it's quite annoying, and it's something that a lot of people don't realize. With the audio, I decided to get a proper microphone. Currently I'm using the Rode Video Mic Go microphone. It's the cheaper version of the Video Mic Pro. So the reason I got the cheaper version was actually because when I went to the camera shop and I asked the camera lady about all the equipment that I needed, and I asked her about the microphone, she actually suggested that I go with this one, basically just because she thought I was starting out and I wasn't too sure whether I was going to keep this long term, so start off with the cheaper one, and if I needed to upgrade then I can go ahead and upgrade. So great tip at that time, but if I could go back, I would have actually just gone and purchased the Video Mic Pro. So the difference is the one that I currently have is about $100 and the other one is about $260 or $290 or something. So it's a big difference for someone that is just starting out, but at the end of the day I felt like I was in this for the long term, and if I was going to get something I would definitely go and get the more expensive one because the audio is much better, and that way I would have started off with much better audio rather than starting off with something that is of lower quality when I know that I will be needing it in the long term anyway. So with my current microphone, I broke that not too long ago and I haven't gone to get a new one because I've just been at home, but the microphone still works. It's just that the mount doesn't mount the microphone anymore. The Video Mic Go is definitely the one that I will be purchasing now that this one is broken. Another difference between the two microphones is that the current one that I'm using, it uses battery powered by my camera. So you gotta make sure that your camera is charged at all times because the microphone actually uses the battery from that. Whereas the Video Mic Pro, it actually uses its own battery, so it doesn't eat into the battery of your camera. So that brings me to another point on my camera talk that I forgot to mention. You need to bring extra batteries just in case you always need a spare, because if you just have that one and you run out of time filming, you know, it can get really annoying when you just want to finish and not just sit for an hour and wait for your battery to charge. Like, you can lose your momentum and it's just really annoying, so definitely get yourself an extra battery. So currently this is the microphone that I'm using, and as you can see it's plugged into here. I use this fluffy thing sometimes when the windows are open and there's a bit of wind coming through. Otherwise it also comes with another mic attachment, which is this one here, and you can just swap that for the fluffy thing. Just going to show you what I broke. So this bit here, it snapped, and that was actually meant to snap onto here and then hold the thing together like that. It's facing the wrong way, but it's meant to hold it together like that. So now I actually can't take this microphone out, and I only use it when I'm at home because it still works, and I literally just place it on top and hope for the best that it doesn't fall down. So I definitely need to get myself another microphone really soon. I am super fortunate to have sun most of the days and have this window right next to me from floor to ceiling. So basically it lights up the whole room with sunlight during the day. When it's not sunny, I have my ring light to use, and I also purchased this little light thing which I found super convenient when I went out and I just needed the extra bit of boost. This is so bright. It's not charged fully, but this is actually so bright when you're out and about, can't be carrying all your lighting equipment around. This is so portable, really good. What I found was that sunlight works best for me. However, with sunlight it can change throughout the whole day, so the sun moves. Sometimes it can be light, sometimes it can be bright, so it's different shades throughout the whole time. But what I try to do is I try to film my videos within the hour so that there is as least possible difference in the videos as I can, but that cannot always be controlled. So I do know that eventually I will need to buy 2 soft lights. Basically they're those big lights that you see in the studios. Right now I have the room lights on, so there's a light above me and that pretty much shines down, and I have a mirror here. Because I have so much light on this side, I put a little small mirror here and I put it on my other side so that it can reflect the light, so that both of it shines through towards me when I am in front of the camera. Currently filming this, my ring light is not on. It's pretty much just used right now as a tripod. I'll just show you guys right now the difference between the light. I don't think there's that much of a difference at the moment just because it's so bright right now, but currently the ring light is off and I'll show you what it looks like on. So this is what it looks like on. You can see a bit of a difference, but yeah, I just feel like it's a bit unnecessary right now when the sun is beaming. If you are looking to purchase a ring light, I did make another video specifically on this one. So this is the Embellia ring light and I think I bought the largest size. Basically that video will give you a lot more information about the ring light and the unboxing of it and how I set it up. It was so easy to set up, so I do recommend watching that video after you've seen this one. With ring lights, when the sun isn't around and if I'm filming at night time or if I'm relying a lot on this light, the light can actually be really harsh looking on your skin. So I do recommend getting like a diffuser type thing to soften the light. These were the things that I was sort of holding out on because I wasn't too sure if I was going to be filming outside or indoors, if I actually needed all this equipment. But now that I'm filming indoors a lot more, I feel like that is something that I do need now and it's time to upgrade, so I will be purchasing those. A lot of people have asked me, how do you get your videos out so fast and what program do you use? Since quarantine, I've actually aimed to get 3 to 4 videos out per week, and I know with YouTube, the more videos you push out, the more views you'll get, the more people will watch it, the more discovery, that kind of thing. So I've taken that opportunity while I'm at home to create as much content as I can. And the program that I'm using for all of this is the Adobe Suite. So personally, I am a graphic designer, so prior to even starting YouTube, I already had the Adobe Suite purchased and it's a year subscription. I pay around $527 per year for the access of all the Adobe programs, and literally Adobe is all I use for all my editing. So my thumbnails, I will use Adobe Photoshop, Adobe Illustrator, and photo editing, I'll use Adobe Lightroom, Photoshop. My animations are created on Adobe After Effects and I edit my videos on Adobe Premiere Pro. I render them on Adobe Encoder. So basically for me, Adobe is what I am familiar with because that's what I'm taught to use. So I know a lot of YouTubers use Final Cut Pro and I heard that's really good, and I think they pay $300 for a year or something like that. And I also edit on a MacBook, so I know that iMovie comes with all Apple and that is free to use. However, I do know that iMovie is very basic. It's very foundation of editing, so you can't do a lot of cool effects, but it is definitely enough to get your YouTube started and get going. In terms of music and where I get music from in my videos, I get it from Epidemic Sound, so you do have to pay a subscription for that for copyright-free music, and I guess that is really important, especially if you want to be monetizing on YouTube. You need to make sure that your music is copyright free. So I pay a subscription of $15 per month to link my YouTube, and they provide me with all the soundtracks and all the sound effects that I need. So I think there's about 30,000 different soundtracks on there, and they separate them into genres so you can choose what type of vibe you're going for, and these soundtracks get added every week as well, and there's about 60,000 sound effects. So if you need like a bird chirping, crickets, that's all in there, and once you pay that subscription you can download as many as you want. And finally, what I found to be super efficient for me when I'm editing is that I have a template on my laptop for my files. So basically I have a template folder, and in my template folder there are subfolders of design files, audio files, images, video clips, music and sound, and in those files there will be, for example, in my design files subfolder, inside I will actually have the actual file of Premiere Pro, and in it I will have everything that I need to edit that video. For example, all my animations that I put on every single video will be there. My introduction, intro, outro will always be there, that kind of thing. So it saves me time to do that in every single video. Also in design files, I have things like thumbnail template, which I will use all the time because it's the exact same thing every single time, same font, you know, same sort of style. So I have that set up in that folder already. Sometimes I create little previews and post that on my social media. And then I have a story file which allows me to create Instagram stories, and then I will have a TikTok file which I will do if I'm going to be promoting my video on TikTok. So that's just an example of how my folders are set up. In my finals folder, I'll have everything that's ready to be uploaded, everything that's ready to be sent out in that. And then in my video clips, I'll put my video clips, images, I'll put my photos that I've taken, if I've taken any photos. The music that I'll be using will be in my music folder. So everything is sort of categorized and sort out in these folders and subfolders and subfolders to save me time to do repetitive things that are unnecessary and I know that will be in every single video. And that is all from me today. So without going through the technical aspects of everything, I hope you have found this video helpful. If you have any questions for me, as always, feel free to leave it in the comment section down below. Remember to like and subscribe, I'd really appreciate it, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye now!
Whenever I'm with you, I am alright.